So if you're looking to finish the Street Kings pretty easily, we're going to show you how you actually do that. Now obviously you've got the single player here, you've got the rewards, naturally you've got the season level up, these are going to be to progress through the levels and you should be able to get a solid amount all the way through. So this is kind of what we want to do, get all of these all done, we get all of the bonuses and all of that jazz. Now when it comes to the bonuses, as you'll see, you get obviously a current level, you'll see the bonuses unlocked, the tournaments, the bonuses, and also then the weekly quests on top of that. Now the way that you want to do that is by going into the match first, and say for instance we go against the very first person. What you want to do is pick your team. You can see who they've got and you can obviously view their opponent and see what their kind of strengths are at and all of that jazz. Now depending on obviously how far you get through, you want to make sure you're unlocking as much as possible to start with, because what you really want is to be able to have all of these bosses pretty much done and laid out for you. So naturally you want to go against a few, and if you want to obviously go against a specific person to unlock them, then obviously do that first. For instance, if you are a point guard or you have a specific role that you play and you're really good at that, you want to have a look at each of these and see their strengths and weaknesses, and if they're going to help you within your team, that's what you kind of need. So for instance, if you've got someone mid-range shooting, as you can see, that's going to be perfect. And then if you've got somebody whose strengths are going to be, say, offensive IQ, obviously then you've got primitive defense, which is going to be their weakness. Maybe you want to go against somebody else to get that down. So for instance, we've got ball handling and strength for Frankie, and then his low post offense and post defense is not great. But then we've got rebounding and offensive IQ is bad, but his mid-range shooting and low post offense is actually pretty good. So you want to make sure that you're obviously unlocking these people as quick as possible. But show you into a game will show you what you kind of need to do to start with. And naturally, as you see through the game, naturally you will get a lot of kind of AI shots to start with, not do very well, because the whole point is these are beginners, and naturally as you progress up through the ranks, you'll find that they most definitely get a little bit better with the shots, but you should be able to get quite a lot of rebounds and naturally be able to kind of farm your points off, and you will be able to get quite a few excellence on the go, which is always perfect. So you could almost, as long as they're going out wide, naturally just kind of let them shoot as such. Like for instance here, sometimes they'll hit it, it's just part of the thing. As long as you're hitting your threes, you're pretty golden in itself. But man, naturally you will find that they will miss quite a lot as well. So if you do kind of stop up a little bit, we kind of get ourselves into the threes, and we got a low one. But sometimes you've just got to hold off, and you will see that sometimes if he goes in a little bit, so we see him here, we see that he misses, we get the rebound, and it's going to be a lot easier when we're looking at that, because naturally that's the kind of point. Good play in, and a great dunk. So you will find that you should be able to go against the lower AI very, very easily. Like that shouldn't really be too much of a problem. You almost want them to have the shot. It's really that you kind of got to go away from, because they obviously, if they dunk, they're going to do magic. So that's just standard when it looks to it anyway. You obviously want to make sure that you're obviously going for these shots if you can. See him back in, going to go back out. Go for the lift, and beautiful. Down, out, beautiful. So naturally you want to just make sure that you're obviously going in with the game plan of kind of to start with, just looking for these threes, because sometimes they'll hit them, sometimes they won't. They very much are inconsistent, and your whole point is to try and get the unlock of obviously Baron King. That's going to be the number one you want in this, really. Great free, and that's the progression. And there we go, there's the first match done. So you see that you will get some levels to start with, and this is just the bog standard start of it. This isn't necessarily the big broken thing that you're going to go through, because naturally the whole point is to get all the way through, because the main character that you want to get involved, or at least unlocked, is going to be the king. Baron is going to be the teammate that you definitely want in this. So for instance, if we go in this now, this is the person that we want. So you want to get the 9 bosses unlocked. It doesn't matter which way you do, but he's going to be one that you definitely want in your team, as naturally he's going to be the one that's most broken. So obviously you can see upgrade meter. We can go into this next one, and you can see now Frankie can be in our team, and he will have certain positions that you can have, which is going to be nice. So for instance, if we go with this guy, we can put him in and start the next one. So you can see in this match as well, if obviously we're looking for Misty Mike here, we can kind of let him take the free. He will get some of them, but naturally he shouldn't be too crazy on them as well. So you can almost leave him a little bit open to make sure that you're obviously giving yourself a good chance. Oh, that was poor. Oh, but we managed to get it anyway, so I wouldn't be celebrating that one. So that's kind of where you want to go with unlocking stuff. And there you go. He's kind of giving us the basket, and we can kind of move away. Can go for the shot. Oh, that's again poor. Oh my, rushing so much here. And he's going to go for the 2, and we don't get that. So that's kind of more my game management more than anything. It's just trying to rush your way through if you can. Stop him out. Look out for the 3. Little pass. Little pass again if we can. Go for the jump. Beautiful. Freeze. And there we go. There's the second one done nice and comfortably. It's kind of rushing more than anything. What you'll find in this, especially if you're trying to unlock the natural kind of progression of all of the bosses, you've just got to take your time and utilize your teammates. What I find is when I'm in the final quarter, if I hold onto the ball a little bit, especially with these starter bosses, you are going to find that you will get a lot of your kind of double ups against you, leaving one of your teammates open. If you've managed to get it right and get a mid-level shooter or a 3-point shooter ready on action, that's going to be a perfect one for an open shot, and you don't even have to technically shoot then, so it's even better. You can see that we've got 8 more bosses to go, so if you just continue down this road, you've got, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then you've obviously got 1 being more of the kind of 3.5. You've still got 1 down here you can go with, and that's going to give you at least the challenge against Baron. So that's going to be the one that you go for. Once you've finished all of that, you should then be able to have the ability to have the Street Kings XP wins. So this is where from 1 to 5 wins you get 1.5 XP boost, 6 to 10 is 2, 11 to 14 is 3, and 15 plus wins is going to be a 5 XP boost. So this is going to be absolutely perfect once you get to there, because naturally the whole point of that then is to obviously finish off all of these what you can, but then also your ability is then to get as much XP going. Obviously whilst you're doing the single player to unlock the boss, that's not necessarily your run through, but once you get past all of this, you can then obviously go ahead and unlock all of these extra bonuses and should be able to fly through these with no problem. Like I say, once you kind of get into them wins, the first say 5 or 6 should be relatively easy. You might be able to just let them have the shot, and then as you go you get progressively harder, but as long as you've got your team absolutely set, it should be an absolute cakewalk. So let me know how you get on with it, and I'll catch you for that next one.